What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day, and I'm bringing you a great knife. I've been bringing you some less than great knives lately because I have a whole bunch of them to go through and I have to go through them. So today I'm giving you guys a treat. This is the Roper Tracker Hunter knife. This thing is beautiful. It is 8 3/4 inches overall. The blade is like 4.6, so it's a little over 4.5 inches. You've got burlwood handles that are just beautiful with decorative pins. Those are pretty sweet. You do have a lanyard hole, and it's attractive. It's a nice knife. You have a stainless steel finger guard. It's a clip point, and the false leather sheath. Smells good. I'm not crazy about this style. I hate when they, it's good because it protects the knife handle and whatnot, but when you need to take it out fast, it hinders that. But this thing is 1065 high carbon. You can see Roper right there. I think there's a model number on there, PRC RP0048. I'll tell you what, man, the burlwood on here is really nice. It is attractive. Now generally when I'm talking about a knife this size, it doesn't do me justice because my hands are so big. Somebody with smaller hands is gonna be in love with the feeling of this knife because it does feel really good. The blade thickness, I'm not sure, I didn't measure the thickness, but it is thick. That is one beefy ass blade. What saves the handle from being too small is the fact that they gave it really nice girth in these scales. It is really nice girth. These pins in the light, they're really nice to look at. But at 1065 high carbon, the blade is really good to look at. Let's see here. And it does come right out of the box. Ooh, look at that. I can just keep going. Shave sharp. I'm assuming you can see some hairs there. If not, I'll just grow some more and shave some more. That can't be that hard. But man, it literally just takes off hair at any angle. I mean, wherever I'm putting it, it's removing hair. And I like that. I like when they come sharp like that because I don't have to do nothing to it. This thing is, for a small hunter knife, this thing is burly. It is burly. It's probably why they use burl wood. They're like, let's make a burly knife. We got to use burl wood. That's probably not what they were thinking. I'm just a little lost up here sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it through a little bit of testing. I love the girth of this blade. It's just such a fat, meaty blade. Even throughout the, you like how I change what I'm talking about from one thing, it's like squirrel. The false edge isn't so much of a false edge because it's still so thick. They maintain a significant amount of steel all the way through this thing, and that is something I absolutely appreciate. It is a 90-degree spine, so if you need to, you could throw spark with this. I would just use right here past the ricasso that little bit of whoosh, because you're gonna get a better spark with a sharper end. Fantastic. Let's go toy with it here. All right. We're gonna set this up, and we're just going to try and empty this bottle here real quick. Man, I didn't empty it because I cut straight through and that bottle didn't go anywhere. Let's see if we can knock off a little more since we're all here together and having fun. I just got rained on. So it actually did cut it some more. I could see it from here, but it's way over there. So just slicing easy. This thing is so nice. Man, that is pretty. Remember, it is a high carbon blade, so before you finish using one of these, dry them off because high carbon will rust. That's the difference between this and like a 420. This thing will get some caca marks on it. One thing I noticed about this clip point is look at this wicked cool little ridge right here, this little bump. It's not just a smooth clip point, it goes up and then it just cuts way in. And I didn't even notice that before, but That is pretty sweet looking. It's got a really nice ridge, and what that does is, if you need it for skinning, since this is an all-around hunting knife, this is good for bushcrafting, you put your finger on that little lip right there, and boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That is sweet. That is absolutely freaking beautiful. All right, let's go do some more. I found the rest of that bottle. It flew over, but literally the only reason it didn't fall apart was because I only hit that much of it, which is still pretty much of it. But man, that roasted right there. That's good. Gone. So let's do a little chop action with this on the old pallet. That didn't take us too long. See how nice I am to you guys? I don't keep you waiting. All right, so let's take this blade here and give it a couple whacks on the pallet. Now remember, it is a shorter blade as far as, you know, overall length. So if you're gonna chop, hold it way out by this little swell right here. Put your middle finger on there and just let the blade do the work. This isn't a chopping knife, but you can chop with it, and it's actually not chopping poorly. It's doing a good job, but there's only so much swing you can get out of a short knife. And I have to say that the swing I'm getting out of this is proper. Now let's take a look. We see any kind of crappy caca marks? Nope. We see any kind of weird folds or wrinkles or imperfections? Nope. This thing is sweet. Sweet. All right, let's keep going. All right. Let's take some of this little rope here. And wow, that just, I mean, you could hear it. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it was just cut straight through. That was pretty nice. I mean, look at how many little fibers are here. If I need to light a fire, holy crap, that's perfect for something like that. Not bad at all. Let's see if we can cut through this this hose here, vacuum cleaner hose. And no problem. Let's cut it open right here. And no problem. Now let's take out a few pieces. So let's see. That's shorter now. That's shorter now. That's shorter now. We can keep going. Now let's test this edge right here. See how it's looking. So far, so great. We're gonna do some drop testing. Before that, let's do a little bit of prying with this guy. Oh my God, it's just like, it's treating the wood like it's paper. This thing is so thick that prying with it, man, prying with it, there's no tip deviation. This thing is still just beautiful. I really love this little cut right here. Now we'll do some drops. I just know that, you know, there's certain knives that you have confidence in prying with, certain knives that you don't, right? It's like prom dates. There's certain prom dates that you have confident that are going to go to the hotel with you, and certain ones that just don't. So make sure you line up a good one. As far as this, let's get some drops done. It's going to be about 4 feet in the air. We're going to see how straight it drops. Woo! I think that was me. I think I wiggled just as I let it go here. And that's, I believe, what was the problem. Sometimes you go to line something up, and then as soon as you drop it, you move. Look how straight that is. Look how straight that is. So I'm going to do a couple downward throws. We'll see the bite. That just landed with a thud. That's authority. Yeah, that's authority. Let's see. Man, I'll tell you what, the bite is not bad, but the blade is so fat that when I do this into the edge and let it go, it's going to fall because it's so thick. It's making these giant freaking wedges instead of little tiny holes for it to sit in. But man, I'm digging it. So normally we'll go somewhere and play with some more stuff, but I have some stuff to play with right here. So let's see if we can't get us a spear tip. Now there's two ways to go about making a spear tip. You can grab a knife and you can grab a piece of wood and you can start doing this. And if it's a thick piece of wood, you're going to be doing this for about 3 days. So if you want to make a spear tip, the best thing to do is set your stick down on something solid and then just lightly and I mean lightly, chop at it. Because if you're swinging lightly, that means you're going to have better aim, more control, and you're going to be able to find your target a lot easier. Doing this, I'm going to get down the angles I need very easy. It's going to be quick, and then when it comes time to refining the tip, it's going to take a whole lot less time. I mean, this thing is just cruising through that big stick here. So now I'm at a point where I could literally start to refine the tip of my spear tip here, the tip of my tip. Probably heard that at some whorehouse down in Texas. But I can really start to refine it, and I'll take away a little bit more, because the less you have to work, the better. So right here, you see how fast that went. It's really simple to do this. And pit spikes, telling you guys, if you're in a spot where you have to worry about mountain lion or bear or wolf or some kind of animal sneaking through your camp at night, or you don't have food and you want to trap an animal and you know that you have a game trail close by, maybe some pig or whatever, you drop a bunch of these spikes, whoosh, and you bury them just a few inches down in that dirt, just so they're sticking out like this. Lightly cover the top. As soon as that animal falls, skewer, you want a bunch of these, all over the place. And there's no better way to hunt without hunting than to just dig a pit and leave a bunch of spikes in it. And as soon as you hear something yell, "Holy shit!" then you know you caught something, right? And a spike like this will get the job done. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't free us of this tip. And if you need something dull and flat, bam, just like that. Now let's check the tip. And not the tip, but the edge. And the edge is freaking gorgeous. These Roper blades are really good freaking knives. I mean, really good freaking knives. You know, there's certain knives that you buy that are great, and there's certain knives that you buy that just aren't. And this one just is. Now, people ask me about the way I do this. Normally I'll dig it in, I'll put this into my chest and do it that way. I just want you guys to see what I'm doing. For me, I find that there's a lot more control doing it this way. And if you've seen me making fires on any of these videos, you know it works, because I make fires pretty well. But, a lot of people will put it down this way and then push, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. You just got to be able to stop where you want to stop and this and that. I just find it, for me, a lot easier. Usually I'll do it this way, to just do this. Now I have the control. I know where it's going to stop because it's coming right at me. I don't have to worry about overdoing it. And I know exactly where everything's going to drop, because it's dropping dead below me. So all these little pieces, all these little feathers and curls are going to be right in between my legs by the time I'm done. And it's perfect. I prefer to do feather sticking toward me than away from me. A lot of people say, oh, you never bring a knife toward you. But if you're controlling a blade like this, what am I going to do? Do this and then cut me in half? No, that's just ridiculous. It's very easy. This way, I don't have to worry about hurting me. But I don't like doing that. I'm just more comfortable going this way. So there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, and there's no wrong way to feather stick. If you're successful at what you're doing, then do it that way. You know what I mean? As long as you have a good handle on it, that's all that matters. Look at that notch. That is fine. That is fine, man. Let's make it into a square notch real quick. Ooh, yeah. Gotta like that. This knife is just an excellent all-around hunting knife, all-around camp knife. This thing is, it's wonderful. It's heavier than you would guess. Looking at its size, you'd think, wow, there's no way that's a girthy, heavy blade. But it's so fat, and it's so just blade strong that it gives it enough weight to know you have it, but it's still light enough to where you can carry this thing all day long and it's not going to bother you. This thing is fantastic. This is a really, really good knife. So let's keep going. All right, so let's get some more work with this Tracker Hunter. Let me make sure I'm in there since I'm holding you guys. Easy money. Let's see, so now this is obviously just free hanging. So normally when you chop, you want to have it on something solid to chop, but we're going to try to do it just hanging there. And I did not get it. Let's try again. Am I still got you in there? Yep, I'm shaving it. Let's try again. Let's see. There we go. We got it down a little bit there. Let's see. The problem is I'm holding you guys up here and I can't see squat. There we go. So this thing, it's working when I have pressure. It's working when I don't have pressure. So let's see here. And you can see that I am easily dropping the knife. I am easily going through this stick. Just easily, and it's literally free hanging. It's kind of hard because I'm holding you up with one hand way out here, trying to get this done. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, I really dig it. Let's see if there's any problems on this blade. No problems at all, man. Let's see. Here we go. I think I got you guys in there. Look at that. Nice cuts right there. Look at that. On a small blade, to be able to swing it and have things actually chop. Man, I do like that. Let's go do, I think I got a couple more things in me. Here we go. All right, so what I'd like to do now is a little batoning. Some serious knife work here. Let's see if we can get through nice and easy here. I'm on soft ground, so I might not have the best platform, but we are going to try and see what we can get here. Oh, money. Money, money, money. Money. Now, this is, batoning is where you're going to get a lot of damage. This is where you're going to find warps and folds and crap like that. Batoning puts a lot of stress on a blade. I'll tell you what, this guy right here, though, doesn't matter. It's not scared. There's no stress. Man, I love roper knives. Let's keep going. Oh, but Donnie be all day. It can't be a good hunting knife if it doesn't skin. I agree. So let's see if we can't get it to skin a little here. And it does. I got caught right there on the little rubber air nozzle. And it still went right through. Still went right through. This thing is just fantastic. This ball is so old and tough and hard. But I'll tell you what. It's not hard enough for my roper to cruise right through. This guy right here is a man's knife, or a woman's knife, or a child's knife, or a donkey's knife. Anybody really wants a good knife, this is going to be the one right here. This is a good little ass knife. Let's keep going. All right, we all know what it comes down to. Does the roper soar like an eagle? Let's find out. Man, that's the first time I threw this knife, guys. Man, and that thing went sweet. You could see right there how far it stuck in, right? You could see the sap line, and holy crap, that thing flew like a champ. I mean, that was actually nice to throw. It was enjoyable to throw. It's so perfectly streamlined and just absolutely well built that the thing is a joy, and I mean a joy to throw. That's not strong enough. But holy crap, this knife is all around, I mean all around a great little camp knife, a great little survival type knife, or bushcraft knife, or hunting knife. There's a whole lot of usage you can get out of this. I just wouldn't bring it in the ocean. Holy moly, I love it. All right, let's go talk about it. The Roper Tracker Hunter. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, guys, if this was Bill and Ted's knife, they would just simply say, it's most excellent. It is freaking wonderful. What a great, great little knife. It does the job and even more. It's all that in a bag of chips. It is freaking great. Even if you're gluten-free, you can totally handle this knife because it's not made with any wheat products. See how good that is? I freaking love it. So if you're looking for a really, really good medium-sized hunting knife or bushcraft knife, then, I mean, look no farther. You can pick this guy up for like $35 freaking on eBay. Yeah, I said that. You can get this thing dirt freaking cheap. And it is worth every single penny. Great knife. Even if it's a piss poor review because the guy who does these reviews is just awful. But that doesn't take away from this blade. This blade is fantastic. If you want one, get one. I highly recommend this blade. I am Donnie B all day. And until next knife.